valid reason, your landlord can evict you in Canada. A landlord can evict a tenant in Canada, but under specific legal circumstances and by following specific steps. Without a valid reason and proper legal process, landlords cannot evict tenants arbitrarily. It is possible for a landlord in Canada to evict a tenant for several valid reasons. These include non-payment of rent, illegal activities on the property, damage to the unit, and serious disturbances of other tenants. Moreover, landlords may evict tenants if they plan to use the property personally, or if they intend to perform major repairs, as well as if the building is to be demolished or converted to a non-residential use. Below is a more detailed breakdown of the reasons for eviction in 3 parts. Part 1 related to tenant behavior reasons. Number 1. Non-payment of rent. In the event a tenant fails to pay their rent, the landlord may initiate eviction proceedings. Number 2. Late payment. Eviction can also be triggered for tenants who pay their rent repeatedly late. Number 3. Breach of lease agreement. If a tenant violates the terms of the lease agreement, such as engaging in illegal activities or keeping a pet in a no-pet unit, they may also be evicted. Number 4. Creating a disturbance. Disturbing the landlord or other tenants can also lead to eviction. Number 5. Property damage. Significant damage to a rental unit or building is a valid reason to vacate. Number 6. When overcrowding violates housing standards or safety regulations, it can be a valid reason for eviction. Part 2 related to reasons related to landlord's needs. Number 1. Landlord S or family member S personal use. If the landlord or a close family member needs the unit for their own residence, they can evict the tenant with proper notice. Number 2. In the case of major repairs or renovations, occasionally, landlords can evict tenants with appropriate notice. If they plan to conduct major repairs or renovations that require the unit to be vacant. Number 3. Conversion from residential to non-residential use. Landlords who intend to convert their properties into non-residential uses are entitled to evict their tenants with proper notice. Number 4. Building demolition. A landlord can evict tenants if his building is going to be demolished. Part 3 related to important considerations during eviction process. A landlord must follow a specific legal procedure when evicting a tenant, including giving proper notice and possibly going through a landlord and tenant board hearing. Number 1. Tenants must receive written notice from landlords specifying the reason for eviction and a moving out date. For example, in Ontario, landlords must serve tenants with the correct eviction notice form and provide sufficient notice before applying for an eviction order to the landlord and tenant board. It depends on the reason for eviction what form and notice period is required. Number 2. Landlord and tenant board. If the tenant fails to vacate the premises within the specified time period, the landlord may file an eviction complaint with the landlord and tenant board. Number 3. Hearing. There is a right to attend a hearing at the LTB if either the landlord or the tenant wishes to present their case. Number 4. Eviction order. A tenant is required to leave the property if an eviction order is issued by the LTB. Number 5. Enforcement. After the tenant refuses to leave, the landlord can request the sheriff's office to enforce the eviction. Number 6. Tenant rights. A tenant has rights including to receiving proper notice and being able to challenge an eviction notice at the LTB hearing if they believe the reason is invalid. If a tenant believes that the eviction is not justified, they can seek legal advice and assistance. In conclusion, The eviction rules and procedures can vary slightly between provinces and territories in Canada. The landlord and tenant should always seek legal advice if they are unsure of their rights and responsibilities during an eviction. It is important to note that landlords cannot harass or intimidate tenants into leaving, and they must always follow the right legal procedures. Thank you for watching. For more resources like this, please subscribe to my YouTube video at HAER Media.